All right, salute everybody tapping in. Appreciate all y'all coming in the building. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all get on up in here, man. And boy, I got some news for y'all tonight, man. Wow, bro. Wow. Unbelievable stuff, man. A lot of people did not think this was real, and this is very real. A lot of people thought that this was fake. A lot of people thought that this was fabricated. A lot of people thought that this was something that was going to fly under the radar. The feds have gotten involved, like I told y'all, and these three women have been apprehended. Let me show y'all right here on the screen. Salute to everybody that's in the chat room. We're going to get into this. These three black women, Karmelo Anthony supporters, have been arrested, and right now it's being reported that the feds may step in and up the charges. These three women were arrested and they were basically charged with a savage beatdown of that. Remember that girl I showed y'all? Remember that girl I came in here and showed y'all? And everybody said, I think it's fake. I think it's fake. And I told y'all this stuff was going on all over. I told you guys this stuff, people were stepping and standing on business about this. And now it's gotten too real. I try to tell y'all, people were stepping and standing on real business behind this situation. And it got too serious, man. This Karmelo Anthony situation went way too far. It went way too far. This is the woman right here, and I'll show you guys. Remember that woman? And to the person who says, get to the point, get off your knees, or get off my channel, boy. What the hell wrong with you? It's called Ticket TV, not whatever the hell your name is. A nobody jabroni, boy. What's wrong with you, boy? You better sit down and shut up when daddy's talking. You heard what I said, boy? Now, back to what I was saying. You see how these people try to come on your channel and MC how you gonna break the news? Man, sit down, shut up, and enjoy the free content, fool. What the hell is wrong with these people? You got a lot of nerve, man. Anyways, though, back to what I was telling y'all. Remember this girl right here? And I told y'all that the report had came out that she had gotten an absolute, I'm talking about Joe Jackson, I'm talking about savage beating. And the persons who beat her reportedly were Karmelo Anthony supporters saying free Karmelo Anthony, right? While they was doing it. Well, they've arrested and charged three black women with this crime, who they say that they have the evidence that did it. And I'm finna tell you right now exactly what happened. In fact, let me put these women on the screen for y'all again. These three women, and I'll give you their names right now. The names are of these three women. Sierra Ann Fuller, 21 years old. Alana Mumfrey, 25 years old. And Dejae Shaylin Brown, 26 years old. These three women have been arrested and apprehended and charged for the beating of that other girl I showed y'all, that white girl I showed y'all that had their face blurred out. And they basically said that during the beating, the woman was screaming, free Karmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? And I told you guys, I showed y'all a video the other day of this, and this happened in Florida. But I showed you guys, oh no, excuse me, this happened in Texas, my bad. This one happened in Texas. It was another one happened in Florida. The video I showed y'all happened in Florida. The dude went up and he hit the dude that was sitting down. And the dude that was sitting down, he had a knife on him. He actually pulled out his knife. And I showed y'all that video, right? Now, this has been going on where people have been upset in the aftermath of this Karmelo Anthony trial. And, you know, they've been alleging that people have been walking down on people and standing on whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying that these three women are now being charged. I'm going to show y'all the article. Let's get right into it. So here's the article right here out of Yahoo. Right here. Also, TMZ has an article up as well about this. This is right out of Yahoo. As y'all can see right there at the top of the screen. It says the three suspects arrested after free Karmelo assault that injured East Texas woman, right? So apparently, according to this report, you guys, and I'll read this report. I can't get it to blow up the wording so I can show y'all better. I'll just read it to you guys. According to this report, it says this. It says that 3 women face charges after allegedly beating up another woman outside of an East Texas nightclub in a June 21st attack that appeared to reference Karmelo Anthony. Court documents are now stating Alana Murphy, Sierra Fuller, and Deja Brown were booked into the Gregg County Jail, but have since, now they've bonded out, according to the jail records. Now, they've been charged with assault causing bodily injury, right? Now, a security guard at the Longview bar, Whiskey J's, told police that a large crowd started gathering in the parking lot before the early morning incident. He heard someone say, "The next white bleep that walks out, I'm going to hit her," according to the arrest warrant affidavit obtained by the Star Telegram media partner WFAA-TV. A short time later, a woman exited the nightclub and was attacked by several people. They were from the same crowd that had made the threatening statement. According to the guard's testimony in the affidavit, the guard said he intervened and helped the woman get to safety. The victim was injured in the right eye and the back of her head. She told authorities she didn't know her attackers and hadn't had problems with anyone inside the bar. She remembered that one of the suspects was wearing an orange wig, the affidavit states. A witness who left the nightclub with the victim reportedly heard a woman saying, "Any white girl can get it, free Karmelo," before the assault started, according to the affidavit. The reference to Karmelo likely refers to Karmelo Anthony, whom a jury in Collin County sentenced to 35 years in prison on June the 9th. The 19-year-old, whose attorneys argue self-defense and are appealing his conviction, was found guilty of murder in the fatal stabbing of a 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in North Texas High School track meet. Metcalf was white, Anthony was black. The case has stirred racial tensions at protests on social media. After the June 21 assault, the injured Longview woman gave police 2 Instagram handles believed to be tied to the suspects. Authority traced those handles and identified Fuller and Brown, the affidavit states. In a further interview that night, the victim named Fuller, Brown, and Mumphrey as the assailants. Fuller was arrested on the 23rd. Investigators obtained a search warrant for her cell phone and found a text thread between the suspect and 2 other people, according to the affidavit. The 2 contacts were later identified as Brown and Mumphrey. Mumphrey started the thread with a screenshot of a social media post about the assault, and then the 3 began talking about how someone wanted to fight them over an incident. Brown then says, "We got to get our story straight," the affidavit says. Mumphrey and Deja Brown voluntarily turned themselves in on June the 25th, according to KLTV reporting. Ladarian Brown, a spokesperson for the Longview Police Department, said at a June the 24th news conference that the assault is under investigation and detectives have been in touch with the FBI. And now they're saying that the FBI is going to take over this case and join in this case, right? The FBI is going to take over this case and join this case. And it says that the FBI is joining this investigation now into the Free Karmelo mob that allegedly beat that woman while screaming support for Karmelo Anthony. I'm going to put this on your screen for y'all. And again, they have now apprehended and arrested all 3 of those women. As y'all see right there, it's right there on y'all screen. They have now apprehended and arrested, and those are the 3 women. Those are the 3 women right there, right? That's on your screen. Those are the 3 women. So they saying that these women just went out and said, whatever white girl come out here next, she getting the beats put on her. And as soon as she walked out the club, they said they attacked her and was screaming free, Karmelo Anthony. Now, the feds are actively involved in this entire investigation. And during a press conference, the Longview Police Department Public Information Officer, Ladarian Brown, announced that the federal partnership, due to 2 primary factors. 1, there's been online retaliation threats. Authorities detected heavy social media chatter involving threats of retaliation, community division, and further attacks stemming from that viral video, right? Also, because the suspects explicitly stated that they were targeting the smallest white girl they could find and made statements like any white girl can get it, the Department of Justice is reviewing the case to see if it warrants federal hate crime charges. Also, the FBI is currently working directly with local detectives to monitor these digital threats and analyze the evidence recovered from the suspects' phones to determine if federal prosecution will move forward. So here's the thing right here, man. Now they're saying the feds is going to get involved. This is crazy. They're saying that the feds is on social media, checking people's social media accounts is what they're reporting. They're saying that that this has been a big thing online since the Karmelo Anthony verdict went down, is what they're saying out here. And they're saying that this whole situation has landed and ended into a whole thing. Now, let me show y'all this right here. Hold on, you guys. Put this on the screen for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Did I? Okay, I got to put it up here. My bad. So this is right down there in the Texas news. Y'all see it right here on y'all screen. Hold on. Let me move this up for y'all. My bad. Right there. As y'all can see, those are the three women right there. So they actually have the woman. And they said that these women went and stood on business for Karmelo Anthony. And they said that these women were screaming, "Free Karmelo Anthony," as they was beating the brace off this white girl that came out the club. They said that they have them on text messages after the fact saying, "Yo, we got to get our story straight." So they're saying that they have these text messages, and they said that two of the girls actually turned themselves in. Two of the girls actually turned themselves in. And I guess they went and apprehended the other one. I don't know if one of them two told on the other one when the cops got him, or the cops had to go find the other one, or they got it through text messages. But this is what it is. And again, it says 3 women arrested after alleged assault in a Longview nightclub parking lot. Arrest affidavit cite witnesses' injuries and the suspect's IDs, as y'all can see right there, right? And so here we go right here. Let me see. And listen, all this shit been popping off since Jake Lang went out there to the guy daggone. Jake Lang, and let me say this again. That stone cold racist Jake Lang set all this off. Jake Lang was allowed, the judge for Karmelo Anthony, Judge John Roach Jr., lowered Jake Lang's bond from $1 million to $250,000, right? That way, he had enough money in his give, send, go to make the $250 bond. He didn't have enough to make the $1 million bond. Jake Lang went out there to the courthouse during the trial, and he set it off with that racial tension and those racial things. So if the FBI need to be investigating anybody, they need to start with Jake Lang, because he went out there to the courthouse and said what he said, point blank period. He went out to the courthouse and threatened to unalive the man. What do you think black folks gonna do when somebody goes out to a courthouse during a court proceeding, not after the verdict, before the verdict even came out, and said, "Look, if they don't find him guilty, I'm gonna end him when he come out this courthouse." That's exactly what he said. And if you thought Jake Lang was joking, he's not joking, bro. Jake Lang was just on the internet holding that chopper yesterday. He was just on the internet holding the chopper yesterday. I got a picture of Jake Lang holding the chopper yesterday with his vest on. He was holding the chopper yesterday, right? This man is on bond, holding choppers online, right? He on bond, holding choppers online. But if the feds want to start somewhere, start with, because he when he went out there and did that racist rant, that set the tone for everything out there. That set the whole tone. Then he went to the BET Awards. How he get out? He got banned from Texas and went over on bond. Now think about this. How wasn't his bond immediately revoked? Shouldn't his bond been immediately revoked once he went out there and started a riot or a scene out there outside the BET Awards? But guess what? There was no charges from that with him. They allowed him to move on. There was no charges with that. Then he went over to another state. And yesterday he posted a video of him holding that chopper online. talking about they trying to take our guns from us and things like that. That's what he was doing. So, but now they don't got the feds involved in this situation because the three black girls y'all see on the screen allegedly put the beat down on the white girl and said, look, man, free Karmelo Anthony. Any one of these girls come out here, they getting it, right? And again, we don't condone violence over here. I'm just saying, if they're calling the FBI for these three women, okay, cool. Why not call it for Jake Lang? Jake Lang is out here actively creating racist tensions. He's going from state to state creating this. That is the question. Because he is actually threatening people's lives as well. He is starting riots to where people can lose their lives as well. So if you want to talk about they're investigating the online threats and racial tensions, all you gotta do is start right on Jake Lang's social media pages. And you'll see it start right there. The man's a stone cold racist. Stone cold racist. And he don't care. He's a stone cold racist that don't care. Now look at this, y'all. So it says the woman, as y'all see, 3 women have been arrested in connection. Let me blow this up some more. Hold on. Let me blow this up some more so y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see this well. 3 women have been arrested in connection with an assault from the investigation stemming from the incident at the Longview nightclub, right? And again, I told you guys this, right? Now look, check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Here it is right here. There it is right there. Another witness who didn't know the victim or the suspects said he heard a woman say, any white girl can get it and free Karmelo Anthony, or free Karmelo, before the victim was reportedly assaulted, the document said. The statement, free Karmelo, likely refers to Karmelo Anthony, right? So now these women don't probably go, because they said the feds don't got involved now. So now that the feds are involved, and it says right there, it says the department is in communication with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Now that the feds are involved, watch. They're going to hit these girls with hate crimes, savage beating of that girl. They're going to up this. They're going to up this. Watch what I tell y'all. I promise y'all this. They're going to up this shit. I guarantee y'all that's what they're going to do. Because now that you got the feds involved, that's what's going to happen. But Jake Lang is on the internet going from state to state while he's on multiple bonds. How is he still running around here doing this? That's a real question. I want y'all to think about this. They're saying that FBI is out here investigating people on social media, keeping this racial tensions going. So the question is, why isn't Jake Lang bond been revoked? Jake Lang actively went to the BET Awards and started a riot to where he ended up getting chased down the street, and it ended up being a serious situation in the middle of ongoing traffic, right? In California, right? And check this out, y'all. His bond ain't revoked. Now you tell me, what person you know had $1 million bond and is even out on a $250,000 bond that gets to go out, start a riot, and don't get arrested? But as soon as 3 black women have allegations against them, now the feds are involved. It's a federal investigation. Why not a federal investigation into Jake Lang? The feds should have picked up Jake Lang's already. You know why? Let me say this to y'all. Do you know why Jake Lang should have been hit with federal charges? Because Jake Lang is not from Texas. Jake Lang is from Florida, and Jake Lang crossed state lines to go to Texas. That's a federal crime right there. A federal crime is when you cross state lines. A state crime is when you're from that state and it happens in that state. Jake Lang crossed state lines to go create a racist riot, right? And put terroristic threats at the Karmelo Anthony trial, and he didn't even get hit with fed charges, and he went from state to state. Remember, because when they arrested him, he was on an airplane getting ready to leave that state, getting ready to leave Texas. And he's, oh, they took me up the airplane. That's a federal crime. But the feds have now got involved with these 3 women right here. In this case, now the feds are involved because of this situation right here. Well, Jake Lang set it off. Why not go pick up Jake Lang ass? And Jake Lang, like I said, he's on the internet right now, brandishing choppers on the internet. Talking about this dude is on bond. Is Jake Lang supposed to be even possessing weapons while he's on bond? These are all questions that need to be asked. Jake Lang is on bond for threatening to take another man's life, Karmelo Anthony's life. How is he on a $250,000 bond that was lowered from $1 million, and he's able to carry? Because here's the thing: if you're on probation, you're on bond for that, you're not supposed to be able to carry no weapons. I'm gonna say it again: you're not supposed to be able to have any weapons. So how is he able to have weapons? But now the Fed, I'm telling y'all, watch what I tell y'all. The Fed's gonna come pick this up, and these girls they're gonna end up getting new federal charges. Watch. Because the FBI is gonna come in and say, oh, we can charge this with a hate crime on a federal level and this, that, and the third. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. Peep what I'm trying to tell y'all. Peep what I'm telling y'all. And I'm finna tell y'all what they can do, right? The feds can come in, y'all, and they can file separate charges against these three women. This is what I'm trying to tell you what they're going to do. Under the U.S. legal system, y'all, the federal government, they operate under a completely separate jurisdiction from Texas. So because of this, the federal prosecutors, they have the authority to bring their own charges if a local crime violates federal law. So these women, they can get hit with Fed charges too, which I believe they will, because that's why they telling y'all the feds are involved. But Jake Lang walking around here doing all this shit, and the feds ain't even got him. This man going state to state. Think about what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're going to take one down, take all of them down. Right? Basically, the legal principle means that an individual prosecuted by both the state and the federal governments for the exact same conduct. So let me say this to y'all. These women can be charged, and they probably will be charged by the state and by the feds for the same thing. And they won't be violating the double jeopardy laws. Right? Even if the woman accepts a plea deal or they're convicted in Texas of only a misdemeanor in the state, the federal government can still indict their ass. And I believe that that's what they're going to do. That's why they're saying the feds involved right now. And also federal prosecutors, they can invoke the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Prevention Act if they prove that the assault was motivated by the victim's actual perceived race, which they say they got witnesses to do. They said they're the witnesses, and they say they sat out there, and the people out there heard them saying, in the next white girl that come out here, we're going to beat that ass. And when she came out there, they said they was beating her ass, screaming, free Karmelo. I'm telling you what they're going to do. Then it says the federal government often asserts jurisdiction over crimes where cell phones or internet applications are used to organize, record, or brag about an attack. Remember they told y'all that the girls allegedly was on the phone texting each other? And this is another thing. I don't understand how people are texting on their phones in a criminal conspiracy, man. Let me say this to y'all. What in the world is going on? I don't understand this. You got people out here recording crimes. You got that whole Pooh Shiesty case. They recording crimes. You got people out here talking on their own phones. The cops say they got these women phones, and the women was talking about how they had to get their story together after that beating. How are y'all talking on your own phones? And because the suspects used text messaging and social media to communicate and coordinate, quote unquote, taking fades for Karmelo is what they saying, what they're alleging that they said, that they taking fades for Karmelo Anthony. The federal prosecutors can argue that the instruments of interstate commerce, right, were used to facilitate the crime. I'm giving y'all the law. So the FBI, what they're doing, they're currently building an evidentiary file by examining the text threads, social media posts, and witness statements regarding the racial slurs used before that attack. Once the FBI finish that investigation, it'll hand over its findings to the U.S. DOJ, Department of Justice. And a federal grand jury will then decide where they're going to come for their ass and indict their ass. And if the feds take over and file a hate crime and charges, they're going to face severe federal felony penalties that carry many years in prison. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. Meanwhile, you got Jake Lang out here. What he did, Jake Lang crossed state lines. So why haven't the feds came and picked up Jake Lang? This is a question everybody should be asking on the internet. Oh, everybody should be asking this on the internet. Everybody should be asking this question. Why haven't the feds picked up Jake Lang? Why? That's $1 million question that everybody needs to ask. Why have the feds not picked up Jake Lang? That is a serious question. Why have the feds not picked up? Jake Lang went from state to state. From state to state. That's federal crime. If you go from one state and you cross state lines to another state to commit any crime, that's federal. They got Hernandez Govan on federal crimes right now. On a little petty, on what you call it, cyber stalking. They don't got Jake Lang with a federal charge. That nigga went all the way to California to start a riot. No arrest. He did that at the BET Awards in front of all them cameras outside. They stopped traffic, all that shit they did. No arrest. No arrest. No arrest. Disturbing the peace, all that shit. Hate crimes, the stuff he was spewing, that was absolutely racist. That was a hate crime. But they don't pull the feds out for this situation. I'm saying if you're going to pull the feds out for these women, pull the feds out for all of them. You should have pulled the feds out for Jake Lang. Then they should have pulled the feds out for Chud the Builder. If this is what we doing, pull him out. If this is what we doing, pull him out. They're going to put these women in prison for a long time. Watch what I tell y'all, man. They're going to put them in prison for a long time, man. I see it coming, man. I see it coming, you guys. They're going to put them in prison for a long time. It's right there. It's plain to see, you guys. They're going to put these women in prison for a long time. Watch. Feds going to come. I guarantee you in 1-2 weeks, the feds are going to come with an indictment for them. Watch what I tell y'all. It's going to be a whole indictment for these 3 women. Right? And then I think they're going to have a whole sweep and swoop because they're saying they're investigating people on social media and they're going to be charging them too. Anybody that's on social media encouraging or doing, they said the feds are right now doing a mass investigation surrounding that. That's how big that Karmelo Anthony case was. They said people lying, putting out misinformation to cause and stir up anger. You know what I'm saying? On both sides. You go read the federal report yourself. I mean, I can only tell you enough on here. Go read it yourself. But these 3 women right here, man, and it's outside the club. They probably got it on videotape. It's like, bro, like, I don't know why they did. I don't know why. If they did that, I don't know why they did that shit, bro. I told y'all this. I told y'all it was going to cause a race war. It's going to cause a crash out here. I told y'all this. And like I said, I don't want to see our people going to prison. I don't want to see none of these people going to prison. Like, don't do it. I don't know why people think it's cool to do this stuff, man. You can't do that, man. You got to figure out a different way to take care of your business. You can't do that. You just can't do it. You know? It's just not productive, man. You shouldn't. Again, only thing that's gonna happen, people gonna get sent to prison. That's it. And you're gonna lose a lot of your life in prison. So that's the end result of this, man. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come in here, man. It's a sad situation, man. They actually have arrested these 3 women, and they're saying that the feds are probably gonna get involved in this shit. Or they're involved. They're probably gonna come with an indictment after this. And I'm telling you why they're going to do it. They're going to say, oh, we're trying to stop future incidents from potentially happening. Are you really trying to stop it? Because if y'all was trying to stop it, you'll go over there and get your little boy Jake Lang that's over there. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. I want to show y'all. Hold on. Well, I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. But Jake Lang is over there. He's over there holding up his weapons. He's over there holding up his little weapons. What he doing, though? What he doing? Right? Talking about, oh, they trying to take our weapons away from us. They're trying to take our constitutional right. Nah, we trying to stop you from harassing black folks. So, man, this is sad, man. Like all the way through and through, man. I pray that everybody can calm down, man, because it's getting out of control. Now you got the situation with the girl in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to figure out, is that self-defense or not? That's an iffy situation because they're still investigating her right now. Yeah, they still investigating that girl. I ain't even tell y'all about that. They still investigating the girl in Florida right now that just killed that white dude. Matter of fact, let me see where that shit was at. Oh, I thought I had it up here. Yeah, they trying to do that. Hold on, y'all. Let's play this. Let me play this for y'all. Hold on.
So the Karmelo, Anthony, he has a new legal team. He's appealing his murder conviction and 35-year prison sentence in the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. And
oh no, this ain't it. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. I thought that was it. That's not it. All right, that's not it. I thought that was something I was looking for. Nah, but as y'all see right there, the FBI don't got involved with this shit, man. So it's real, man. Shit's sad, man. Like I said, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, now everybody's saying everybody's split. So like you got a lot of people split on that situation with the girl in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard some people talk. I heard some white legal minds talk about today. It was two white dudes that was disagreeing with each other about it. One white dude said it was self-defense. The other one said it wasn't. The one said, "Well, hey, guess what? When she retreated and he followed him, that's technically self-defense. And you have to look at a man and a woman's perspective. And so when she's walking away from him and leaving from him, even though she doesn't have to retreat, and then he continues to pursue her, that's a whole different situation. And she warned him multiple times. Bro, that's a crazy situation. They're going to be investigating that. And they're probably trying to figure out every way they can to charge her. And if they don't think they can get a conviction, they're not going to charge her. If they don't think they can get a conviction, they're not going to charge her. Trust me, that dude's family, he's going to push for her to be charged. The white dude's family, the dude that was in the military, he's going to push for her to be charged. The thing is that that's going to be a hard one because of the Florida laws. And the Florida laws are you can stand your ground, you don't have to retreat, and it gives you differences for man and woman. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she had the gun pointed down and all these other things, and she warned him multiple times. She's on the phone talking to somebody else. She's warning him. She's repeatedly walking away from him, not walking towards him, and he continues to walk towards and approach her, right? So that's a whole different situation, man. I try to tell y'all this shit turning up. Y'all don't see it. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You got to be blind. You got to be blind, right? Yeah, to the dude in the comment section, and Jake Lang got an ankle monitor on, he pulling these stunts. That man got an ankle monitor on, and he pulling these stunts. Now, how in the blue hell is he on bond? And let me check something out. Hold on, I got to check something out real quick. Hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I got to check something out, you guys. I got to check something out, man, because this is very important right here, man. I need to check something. Hold on, let me see something. So yeah, this is something that I gotta really. So check this out, y'all. Jake Lang is prohibited from possessing weapons. Jake Lang is on the internet possessing weapons. I want to say this to y'all. Jake Lang is prohibited from possessing weapons. And I'm finna tell y'all, they finna do a federal investigation into this woman. Hold on, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold on. I'm finna show y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all that. I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on. I'm finna show y'all something. I'm finna show y'all right now what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second. Everybody gonna see this. Because like I said before, it's ridiculous. This dude is not even supposed to be in possession of weapons. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about right here. Hold on. Show y'all what I'm talking about. Here we go right here. Oops. So Jake Lane, did I show y'all this? Oh no, hold on. Jake Lane is on the internet. Look, y'all. He's possessing weapons. He's possessing weapons. Now, I'm going to say this again. Jake Lane is not supposed to be possessing weapons. Let me read this to you again. Jake Lane is on bond. So he's strictly prohibited from possessing weapons under the standard federal laws governing his release and specific conditions of his current pretrial bond. Following his June 2026 arrest in Collin County, Texas, for third-degree felony terroristic threat charge, his bond conditions require strict electronic GPS monitoring and explicitly mandate a no weapons restriction. Right? So he can't have any weapons. Additionally, because he faces multiple felony indictments across states, including felony property damage in Minnesota, federal law under 18 U.S.C. 922 makes it illegal for any person under felony indictment to ship, transport, or receive firearms or ammunition, right? The court explicitly barred him from possessing any weapons in a condition, look, y'all, of his $250,000 bond, right? Think about this. The judge banned him from the state of Texas within 24 hours of his release. Right? He's supposed to have a GPS monitor on, which he has on his foot. Look, he's got a GPS monitor on his foot. And to all the racists, I'm telling on his ass. I'm telling on his ass. He online, you can see today is Gelato, and they did this video. He's online with a weapon. Y'all see that little dusty ass vest he got on? He's on bond right now, and he ain't supposed to possess weapons. But the feds ain't went and packed his ass up. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can see right on his right foot, he got the ankle monitor on. Right on his right leg. Look at this. So this what I'm talking about. This what I'm talking about right here. Right? So why is Jake Lane possessing any type of weapon when he is supposed to be currently on bond, where he is not allowed to have weapons? Think about it. So he's got off bond. He's in possession of a weapon right here. That's not even a question if he got that weapon on him. Not only does he have the weapon, he already went to California and started an entire riot out there, a racist. He started a racist protest out there where he targeted black families and black parents. This is all the stuff he doing, and the feds ain't went and packed this guy up yet. And they come in here telling y'all that now they don't want to put the feds on these other girls. But this dude is walking around here holding choppers, but he's on bond. And he ain't supposed to have no weapons. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now, somebody send this to the judge. Send this to Judge John Roach. Send this to Judge John Roach. Let's see if Judge John Roach stand on business. Let's see if he stand on business and go arrest this dude and pack him up and lock him up without bond. And give him new charges for possessing weapons while on bond. Come on, man. Stop this. Listen, we got to stop doing this, man. We got to stop doing this. And then I'll be showing y'all, and the cats don't even want to be listening to this stuff. He out here in broad daylight. Ain't even no question. It's not even a question. He ain't even hiding this shit. He not hiding it at all. So he putting it right in everybody's face. I wanted to see if I can get a better picture of the ankle monitor so y'all can see that shit. Because he damn sure had the ankle monitor on. Hold on, let me see. Did he? Hold on. No, I don't even. Yeah, he got it on his. Oh, he got it on his left foot. Yeah, he got the ankle monitor on his left ankle. See, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. My bad. He got it on his left ankle. Not the right one. He got it on the left one right there. See? He on bond. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Right? So I'm trying to tell y'all this. Right? Look at him. So, any question? Any question? And I be showing y'all this stuff. I be revealing this stuff to the whole world. The feds ain't ran out on this guy. This man out here starting riots, starting race wars, all kind of shit. He on bond. He continue to get locked up and go to different cities just to do the same shit. How he keep making bond? He's able to raise and donate all kind of money to help him get out on bond. He ain't got no job. This man, he ain't got no job. He ain't got no job. They fund him and give him donations to do this shit. He don't have no job. Think about this. This man ain't got no job. So you say, how he get money? Because he begged for donations and he goes around. He gets donations from other white supremacists and racists, and he goes around he goes around looking to start shit with black folks. Now go look at his bond conditions. He ain't supposed to possess no weapons. This man possessing a weapon. Why he ain't been locked up immediately? Why haven't the feds came? And remember, this is the same guy. So this is what I try to tell y'all. He's the same guy that said that he would kill Karmelo Anthony outside the courthouse. And not only did he say he'll do it, he said that he'll hang Karmelo Anthony, and he said he'll pop him right in his head. That's exactly what he said. That's not my words. That's his words. And the girl asked him, "Are you serious? You mean that?" He said, "Yeah, I yes." That's exactly what he said. Exactly what he said. And y'all see, he ain't playing. Hey, he hold. He obviously ain't playing about it. That's a real question. Or, you know what I'm thinking? The feds, they see this. You know what I'm thinking, you guys? That maybe it could be, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it could be that the feds don't want to charge him right now because they don't want Donald Trump to just come in and just wipe away the charges again. Maybe they want to wait as long as they can before they charge him so that Donald Trump can't come and pardon him. Pete, what I'm telling y'all. That's the only other thing I can think of. Other than that, I mean, it don't make no sense to me. Other than that, it don't make no sense to me. Right? No, all y'all got to do is call right on down there to the Collin County Police Department, wherever it is. Call down there to the Collin County Court and say, "Hey, man, Jake Lane is possessing guns. Isn't he on bond and he's not supposed to possess weapons? Why is he able to possess a weapon? He has a terroristic threat charge on him that he's facing 10 years on. He had $1 million bond that Judge John Roach lowered to $250,000. He had bond conditions, and he's not supposed to possess weapons on his bond conditions. He's been arrested in multiple different aspects, and for some reason he keeps getting out and keeps getting to do all these different things. Y'all allowing the man to accept donations to keep funding his behavior. What's going on here? But y'all talking about y'all investigating all these other people who's starting these internet wars. No, it's him. It's him. And his gifts and go, he got thousands and thousands of dollars. Think about what I tell you. They support this guy. They support this guy. See, that's one thing I'm telling you. They support that. He got a whole group of loyalists that support him. People, I'm telling y'all. So anybody that's watching this, ask yourself, why haven't the feds went in and got him immediately? Or why haven't they went and packed this dude up and arrested him? He got an ankle monitor on, holding a weapon. On bond. Come on, bro. Look at this. You can't make it up. This is not something we can make up. This is right here in front of your face. In front of your face. Now imagine if one of them sisters I showed y'all is on bond now and they caught him holding a weapon. They're going to prison. We ain't talking. Right? So keep that same energy for this guy who's out here creating a lot of racial tension. Right? So yeah, y'all make sure y'all got to spread it. Everybody's watching this video. Y'all have to spread this, man. Because if more shit gonna go down, man, the way this dude is acting, man, more stuff is gonna go down. More stuff is going, and just to show you, he posted this on his own page. Look, y'all can see the date right here. The date is, he posted this on the 1st of July. Right? Think about it. He's posting this, right? So he's on bond. This is why he's on bond right now. No shame. No shame. Think about what I just said. And he's on here hooting and hollering, man. Because see, I told you. This is what I'm talking about right here. They should come pack his ass up immediately. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. They saying they got these 3 girls, man. And I think that they're going to go ahead, man. I think it's a wrap, bro. I'll just be honest with y'all, man. The feds is coming in on this case. They not finna let this one ride right here, bro. They not finna let them 3 girls ride, bro. They gonna see. I'm just telling you, they're not gonna let them ride. They all over this. So, y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. They on the rest of these 3 girls for allegedly putting the beats on the girl, man, and saying free Karmelo Anthony, man. Like I said, man, you know, I wish they wouldn't have did it if it's true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no more of our people locked up. No more of these people, period, locked up, man. I don't want to see no more of the violence, no more of the crime, no more, man. I don't think it's good. I think it's counterproductive. All the way across the board, man. You know? But, again, if Jake Lang is going to run around here, you know, acting a fool and without, you know, any type of repercussion, what can you say? What can you say? Right? Hey, shout out to Janisha. Janisha, salute to you. You came through with a $50 donation in the Cash App. Appreciate. She said, Tiki, you always got good information. Yeah, salute to you. I appreciate that. Much love to you. Carl Jones, salute to you too, man. I appreciate you. And that PayPal, you came through with a $25 donation, man. Salute. And I appreciate everybody who support my channel, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm just telling y'all what's up. Right? Yeah, man. Bro, I just want to know. They're going to have the feds. The feds are going to put these girls away for a long time. But Jake Lang is out here, a stone cold racist that's on bond. He had $1 million bond reduced to $250,000, and he's out here on bond holding weapons. starting racist riots with black folks. And he's out here, you know, openly. This ain't even this is not even a question. This isn't even an afterthought. This ain't something that we got to think about, or did it happen, or how did it happen? No. We know for a fact that Jake Lang owned this. We know that for a fact. It's not even a question. What type time he on? But they cool with it. Right? They cool with it, man. Shit sad, man. They cool with it, bro. Sad. Y'all let me know what y'all feeling on this, man. Appreciate everybody who support what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I bring y'all the news. I was going to sleep, man. When I seen this, I said, oh, no. Had to double back and bring something to y'all when I seen this. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Y'all make sure that y'all call down there and report Jake Lang racist ass. You tell them, how is Jake Lang on bond where he has special conditions to not possess weapons and he's on the internet brandishing weapons? Answer that question. But they're going to run the feds down on these 3 women who they shouldn't have did this beating. I'm going to say it again. They should not have did that beating. But they're going to run the feds down on these women. But this man is going from state to state causing racist riots. Those are hate crimes. Make it make sense. Somebody got to make it make sense. I'm gone, man. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box.